You can support this show at patreon.com/ASA podcasting. Welcome back, Skyrim Addict podcast. I'm Michael. I'm joined by Ray.
Hello, hello.
And Juan.
Good morning.
And we're going to be going through some Oblivion quests. I think like 4 or 5 of them. Let's see. We had assassinated. Oh, I lost my place. We had assassinated man. Oh, scheduled for execution. The assassinated man, the lonely wanderer, and bad medicine. And then you guys did the Renegade Shadow Scale, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. All good quests. I mean, I would say all better than any of the Dark Brotherhood quests in Skyrim. Each one of these, the way they're just different. Like, you specifically have to do things to get the extra bonus and all that, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bonuses are actually really nice.
And they're good bonuses, not like, something that you can't really use bonuses.
One free reading of your future.
Could come in handy.
Yeah, because I think that's one of the ones from Skyrim.
Yeah,
that I remember.
Oh yeah. That's right.
But that is nice because that gives you the ancient assassin armor.
Oh, that is true.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, I mean, I jumped into it the other day and played through them. I haven't really played much else. I've been actually playing a little bit of Minecraft, weirdly enough. I don't know why. Go through phases where sometimes I hop back into Minecraft because you can just kind of hop in and do stuff. And then hop back out and then go back to something else. But yeah, I haven't really been in Skyrim or anything. Just hopped into... I was away last weekend and hopped into Oblivion this week and played through the quests. And did not forget how to play my character, which was nice. And all went pretty smoothly, oddly enough. It was fun hopping back in. But yeah, gaming-wise, a little bit of Minecraft, building up a little village I found, and that's about it. That's about all I've been into. You guys been in anything?
I was on the road for a bit of the week, so I didn't get quite as much time in, but definitely we got New Vegas going on over on the Fallout feed. So
I've been
playing a lot of New Vegas.
Nice.
I wanted to test out how impactful luck is in gambling and Caravan, and so I started a luck 10 character and a luck 1 character.
Yeah.
And while it has no impact at all on Caravan, it has huge impact on gambling.
Oh, does it?
Casinos. Huge.
Oh, wow.
With the luck 10, you have to try really hard to lose.
Oh, geez.
And with the luck 1, you've got almost no chance of winning.
And no
matter how good of a blackjack player you are,
doesn't matter.
It is actively giving you cards that will make you lose.
Oh God.
it was pretty profound.
So luck is important.
And then with luck 10, I mean, I couldn't lose, and I'm doubling down on just ridiculous hands.
Oh man.
I'd have 19 and double down, which forces you to take a card, and I'd get a 3. Whatever it took to get 21, that's what you would get.
That's exactly what you would get
when you double down.
Oh my God.
It was nuts. But definitely a lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't think I ever played a high luck character in New Vegas like that.
Yeah, I mean it's typically one that's that's easy enough to kind of dump all the the points out of to jack up something else. But It's a great way to make money really fast.
Yeah, especially with casinos there for sure.
Yep.
That makes a lot of sense.
I'm curious what else it would affect in the game.
But it starts off giving you a bunch of extra skill points.
Okay.
Because the higher your luck, the more just generic skill points you get across the board.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense.
So that's one of the most direct benefits of it. Then of course playing No Man's Sky. So
there you go.
Which I've been playing almost all on Xbox.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it, I surprised myself. But playing Oblivion on the Xbox, it's just been, natural to do a couple of quests in Oblivion, then switch over and do some stuff in No Man's Sky. And
oh yeah,
we just finished up one of the expeditions, which is those are a lot of fun to play in No Man's Sky, and so that's what I ran through on initially on the Xbox. So
oh nice.
Okay, are you running that on the Series X or?
No, I've got
yet. Okay.
I bought it like maybe 3 years ago so that we could do a Christmas event on the Fallout feed in Fallout 76.
So is that?
And so I bought the absolute
1X?
cheapest Xbox I could buy at the time.
Yeah, nice. Like the nice thing about the Series X is like you can pause Oblivion and move on to another game, and then just go back to Oblivion, and it takes you right back where you were.
Oh, it keeps two. It'll keep more than one open.
It keeps a lot of games open in the. I don't know if it's in the background or if it's more like in the cloud or something, but it keeps it open. And then you can play your games on PC over the Wi-Fi through the cloud.
Yeah,
with the Xbox app, which is nice.
Yeah. So Andrew and Jess are claiming victory, and they're predicting that I'll have an X sometime very soon. So
yeah, I'm planning on upgrading to one once Starfield or right before Starfield comes out. Basically, yeah. I figure at that point it'll be worth it to me. I don't know that I need it to run Skyrim and Oblivion at this point. Other than, I don't know, maybe it looks slightly better than the 1X that I have.
Yeah, there's supposed to be an upgrade pack for the Series X on Oblivion.
Yeah,
and I think Skyrim is supposed to also, and the load screens are a lot quicker.
Yeah,
I got it for ESO, and the nicest thing is that it does have the faster load screens.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the biggest stumbling block for me is the load screens.
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, because yours is even slow. Oh yeah. Because if you're running on bare bones,
I'm pretty sure I'm just one step above a 360.
It's a good point. Yeah, so you still have some load screens going. Yeah. I'm still getting the weird thing where it's trying to download all my saves every time I open Oblivion, and takes 4 days. Every few times that I open up the game, it'll be syncing all my saves from the cloud or something. And I'm like, what is going? Like, I don't know. There must be a setting that I have wrong or something like that. But
yeah, I think it's the 360 emulator that does that.
Yeah, and it's just funky. Yeah.
Yep. Because I'll get that every once in a while as well.
And it's and if you have like hundreds of, I have like hundreds of saves on there.
Yep.
Stupidly. For no reason that I'm never going back to, that really have no need to be there. But from all the roundtables we did those few years with Shivering Isles and all the other stuff we did, all those are still on there. I'm like, well, I'm never going to play this character again. Like, what am I doing? Why do I have 400 saves for this character still? That then has to reload every 3 times I open it.
Yeah, I usually keep about 20 or 30 per playthrough. And then I just kind of scroll down about 15 or 20 and then just rewrite on top of one.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing now. The problem is to delete them, you have to do each one individually.
Oh yeah.
And it takes a long time.
When
Like,
you have 400. Mm-hmm.
yeah, every once in a while, if I'm like bored, I'm like, all right, let me delete like 15 or 20, and I'll scroll all the way down the bottom and like just start deleting up. And I'm like, eventually, if I don't add new saves in like 2 years, I'll get down to zero. In like 2 years of gaming, I'll get down to zero.
It is kind of weird the way it deletes it, because it's almost like if it's trying to load it and then delete it.
Yes, it's slow. It's not fast
Yeah.
either. Yeah, it's really slow. So it's not like a quick process where you're like boom, delete, boom, delete, boom, delete. It's like, do you want to delete? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Deleting. Okay. Next one. So it's like a good amount of time to delete 15 or 20 saves. It's not like a few clicks.
Yeah.
So let's see. Let me pull up.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of Homestead Simulator IRL.
Homestead, yeah. Homestead Simulator IRL. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're building chicken coops, and we got the raised gardens, planting all sorts of stuff. Getting ready to. We're probably going to purchase a greenhouse to put out. Maybe I think we're looking at a 7 foot by 15 foot.
Oh,
so
nice.
we can have eggplants over the winter.
Ooh, nice.
Or at least try to have eggplant over the winter.
Over the wintertime,
Yeah.
Yeah, when it gets down into the 60s.
Yeah. The frigid winters of Southern California.
It's getting down to like the 40s this week at night. So.
Okay.
And the purple eggplants are from the Philippines, so they need a little bit warmer.
Yeah, they need a little warmer than that. Yeah.
Sit there, burn them, put them in the egg wash, a little bit of soy sauce on top of rice.
Oh, yeah, that's all you need. Let's see. All right, so first we had scheduled for execution, if I'm not mistaken, right? Do I have that in the right order?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So this was another quest from Vincente Valtieri. This is the one where you have to go through this. Basically, you find out there's a prisoner. Ironically, near where you were a prisoner.
Yeah, actually, I think he's the guy from the opening scene
that they're yelling at in the opening scene or whatever. Or having
he mocks you.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
because he's the one that sits there and says, "Oh, hey, you're finally awake."
Yep.
And then he.
That is funny. So he comes back. Basically, you have to get to him and execute him.
And I thought it was cute too how Vincent kind of jokes about you knowing where you're going.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That was pretty funny. Yeah.
Because I'm like, and actually when he said it, I'm just like, wait, I don't remember actually having like told him the story or anything.
Yeah.
It's like, how the hell does he know this? But I guess they have ways of getting information, right?
That's it. Yeah, is like you might be familiar with this route. It did. Once you get about halfway through, then you're like, oh yeah, now I know exactly where I am actually. But yeah, he basically tells you gotta work your way through the sewers. Get down by the water and work your way in through the sewers, essentially, without getting caught, so you can get the bonus, of course.
Yep.
Which did we all get the bonus?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But they weren't like super easy to sneak around because they caught me once.
I was using invisibility potions.
Oh, there you go. I was just using my 10% chameleon.
Yeah, and I still don't have anything chameleon.
Oh, nice. Oh.
Yeah, so, I thought you got I bought the gloves from the Khajiit merchant.
Oh, in the Dark Brotherhood?
Yeah, he has chameleon gloves for sale.
Oh, does he?
Okay.
Only problem is, do not wear them outside, because you get 30 points of sun damage if it's daytime.
Oh, that's rough.
So I was doing the quest to drop the Minotaur head on somebody, so I put them on before I went in.
Oh,
and then so I'm sitting there, and I came out of the menus, and then I died. I'm like, wait, what what happened? you just dropped dead. I'm
oh my god.
What the? So I reload. Luckily, I just saved like a little bit before. So I reloaded, went back over there, and I'm going through and I look at the gloves and it says 30 sun damage. I'm like, oh.
Oh my god. 30 per second? Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Especially when I haven't well, the nice thing is that Oblivion actually your health does go up depending on your endurance. So
yeah.
That's not too bad. But if it wasn't for that, I probably would have died quicker.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah. I didn't have a ton of trouble. I initially started off with Fingleam on, but quickly realized that that detect life on the Fingleam was not enough.
No, you need much further. I used the gray cowl.
So I switched to the gray cowl.
Yeah.
Which I subsequently forgot to take off when I left.
Oh, jeez.
And so as soon as I returned to the what is it, Shaden Hall? What's the name of the town?
Oh, yeah, Shaden Hall, yeah.
I was busted.
Oh God. Oh, that's funny.
So, but yeah, the gray cowl definitely made the whole thing a lot easier. And my sneak is 101. So I do okay.
Yeah. Yeah, really, if you use the gray cowl and you wait you wait till people move in certain places, you can get through pretty easily. I think there's like one guy who kind of hangs out behind a column that you got to kind of wait till he faces a different direction or something.
Yeah.
But other than that, most of them will like there's the first two guys you come to, you got to wait a while before they leave. They talk for a bit and you're like, oh my God, are you ever leaving? That was actually where I got caught when I first went in because I got impatient. I was like, all right, guys. How long is this going to take?
Weren't they talking about the emperor dying and they're like, well, we protecting that one prisoner? And you're like, oh, that's the guy I'm going to kill.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically you go backwards through everything you went through to get out, essentially. And then you get back to your cell. And when you get there, there's a guard talking to, what's his name? Do we know his name?
Valendrath.
That's it. Valendrath, that's it. And, he's speaking to him, and then eventually he leaves after a while. And then you essentially break into his cell and kill him, which I just opened his cell door and shot him with an arrow from across the way and left.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of messed up because he was just about to be released.
Yeah, I'm like, well, you could just leave at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know why you didn't want to just escape, but yeah. And the way out, you just basically go backwards, and I think there's a slightly quicker way out, if I'm not mistaken, than all the way back through, but I don't recall. I may have went all the way back through.
I went all the way back out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's this one I went all the way back through. Yeah, so in this one you get 600 gold, and if you get the bonus, you get the Scales of Pitiless Justice, which increases your strength, agility, and intelligence by 2, but reduces your personality by 2.
Yep.
While you have it in your inventory. And then after this quest, Renegade Shadow Scale becomes available from Tinava, I believe it is. Or Tainava, which I think I got it after the next one because I didn't talk to him between these two quests. But yeah, essentially next time you talk to him, it becomes available, or you're near him, he comes towards you.
Yeah, I got it after the next one as well.
Yeah, same here. I picked up the next one, and I just went to go basically ask around. Hey, so how do we do? It's kind of like when you go around asking for. You go around asking for suggestions. How to do your how to kill this person.
Yeah, and that actually is a helpful thing in this. It's just not like a thing to do. It actually creates options in the quest that you can do, which is nice.
Yeah.
So if you don't go around and ask, then you don't get those extra options, like of whether it's how to enter that fort later on or things like that. You get those other options by talking to those people. So the next one is The Assassinated Man, which Francois Motier. Now, is he a relative of don't we
Must
run
be.
a Motier?
Yeah, the guy that Armand Motier.
Yeah, we run into Armand Motier in the Dark Brotherhood.
Yep.
So one of his past relatives also had a run-in with the Dark Brotherhood, oddly enough, making a weird deal. Armand always dies in my games, just for the record. He never makes it past paying me off. But Francois basically wants you to fake his death with a poison blade. Because he owes somebody something, hides his heart.
Yeah, some bad guy.
Yeah.
Well, he said he owed a lot of unsavory people a lot, and basically they didn't even want the money back anymore.
Yeah, they were done with trying to ask for the money. They were like, "We're taking him out. This is enough."
Yep.
Yeah. So they send was it an Argonian, I believe, or
seems
I think hides his heart's an Argonian. Correct. Yeah. So basically, you go to his house. He's in
Coral.
Is he in Coral? Is that where he's at? Oh yeah, that's where he's at. Yeah. His home is in Coral, and you're given the single-use dagger that you can only use basically one time on this, and then it's not really useful. So basically, you break into his house. He will then come towards you, obviously, and you'll go over the plan, et cetera, et cetera. And once Hides His Heart arrives, you have to then just slash him with the dagger, essentially. But then you have to resurrect him.
And this is where things get interesting.
That's where it gets interesting. The first part was pretty simple, basically. You're just standing there arguing, and then you just slash him, and he's
and then run.
Yeah, and then get out of it. Oh yeah, you got to run away
because the assassin's going to try to kill you.
Yeah,
and it's funny is like as soon as you run out the door, he stops chasing.
It's a weird one where he actually doesn't chase you very far. I agree. Yeah, that's weird. Because I think I ran out of town, and I'm like, wait, he's gone already. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yep. Because basically, as soon as I ran out the door, like I heard the music for like a split second, and then then the music was done. Because you know how the music gets really accelerated. When they're chasing you, and as soon as I was out the door, done. I'm like, oh, okay, that works. I still ran just because you never know.
Yep, same thing. Because sometimes they pop up behind you, and you're like, well, where did you come from even? Like, I thought I ran away from you pretty far. Yeah.
Especially after you do the arena.
Oh, yeah.
That one's interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if Ray's done it, so I won't spoil that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, finishing the arena is good. Yeah. So basically, you got to wait a day, go over to the chapel in Coral, go down to the Undercroft, and revive Francois with the antidote you're given. But then he informs you.
More.
He's like, oh, I forgot to mention that my relatives are not going to like this. And you have to keep me alive while they attack us. And so basically you're getting attacked by zombies while you're down there. And you have to get him out and get him safely to the Grey Mare Inn. Where he secures his way out of town, I assume. But
yeah. So when I did it, I revived him, and then he told me, and then the zombie pops up, and Aunt Agnes or whatever her name is.
Yep.
And so took her out, and then he's just kind of standing there. I'm like, okay, what do we do next? So I went over, and you had the option of either telling him it was safe, or telling him it wasn't safe and stay there. So I thought, okay, well, I think we're safe. So I told him, and then we walk out the door into the next room and get mobbed by more zombies.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty more.
And he died.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Did he?
So I had to redo it. And this time I told him, no, it's not safe. Stay here.
And then I went
out, killed all the zombies myself.
Yeah.
And then took him out.
He came out with me. And I got through it with I summon a scamp, and then with my bow. So I was able to like hit them, and I have a bow that has shock on it and something else, shock and soul trap. But the shock damage and the scamp were enough to knock them down a bit, so that even when he was running up and punching them for no reason,
Right.
that he wasn't getting killed in the process. So I did actually get him there safely somehow.
Yeah, he kept standing and he basically run right in front of me as I was about to slash the zombies. So I hit him twice, almost killed him. So I had to run around behind the zombies and take them out.
Yeah.
And there was like total of 3 or 4 zombies in that little area. So I just kept running ahead and killing them after that.
Yeah. Yep.
Because you can hear zombies from across the room.
Oh yeah, those yeah, you can hear it. This one you get Cruelty's Heart, which is an amulet that adds willpower and strength, and you get advanced to the Eliminator rank, and you finally get the key to the well, which is nice.
Right.
You finally. I was like, shouldn't I have gotten this already? But yeah, you have to
that was my thought. Is like that should have been one of the first things to do, because basically there's guards kind of walking in front of the abandoned house, and you're just going right through the front door.
In the front door. Yeah,
going in and out.
Yep, right in the door.
Corruption at its finest.
Totally abandoned as we all come in and out the front door.
Yep.
Yeah, so you finally get the well key, which is nice. So you can go in and out that way, and you are passed on to Ochiva, who will be giving you her quests from now on. She is your next, I don't know, I guess listener or whatever you want to call it. Let's see. So the next one would be the Lonely Wanderer, which I had fun with this one because I didn't know what to do half the time. I kept doing the wrong thing.
So have I missed it? Is the Night Mother in this sanctuary somewhere?
I don't know, actually.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
I looked around to see, but I couldn't find anything.
Yeah, I think she is somewhere else. Because if I remember correctly, we'll find out later, but I think the actual home base in Cyrodiil is in Bravil.
Oh, yeah. There's a different, yeah.
I think there's more than one sanctuary.
Yeah, kind of like in Skyrim.
Because we haven't even met the speaker yet.
Yeah. Because in Skyrim, you have the multiple locations also.
Yeah.
Just that the one happens.
We haven't met the listener yet.
That's right. Yeah. Just that the one is abandoned in the Skyrim timeline versus being populated still.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wasn't sure if I was just, completely missing something. It is pretty dark in there.
Oh, it is very dark in there. Yeah. A lot of times I wear Fingleam in there so I can find everybody. Just so I can see where they're at. So we head over to Ochiva, and she's got a quest for us in the Imperial City to find Phaleon. I think Phaleon, and we have to kill him, and if we have to do it in a very quiet, nondescript location, we'll get a bonus.
Yep. Yeah, I basically just kind of ran around the city talking to different people.
Yep.
And finally, one of the guys from the Thieves Guild actually told me how much he did not like him. Told him that the guy sleeps or lives over at the
Tiber Septum.
The Tiber Septum, yeah, and the Talos district.
Yep.
I think.
Yeah, that's in Talos. Yeah.
Yep. And then so you go there, and there's a crazy lady up there, kind of. Well, I guess she's heartbroken because her love, because she's a high elf as well.
Yeah.
And he's into skooma and everything. And so which is weird because it seems like I got it. She's actually part of the quest because it gave me an update to it. And so I went over to the place where she said he hangs out.
Mm-hmm.
And I found her lover dead. And I'm like, okay, well, let's see if there's something on him so I can at least go tell her, hey, he's dead.
Yeah.
But no, I have no idea.
See, I found out because I went to whatever the inn is in the market district. I walked in there and spoke to someone, and they told me he was staying at the Tiber Septum. So I then went there, but they were asleep when I went in. So I only talked to him, and I never talked to her at all. So I never had that part of the quest at all about Lorkmir's house and all that. I ended up talking to him and then following him for a while, and then talked to him again when he was outside, and he asked me about the skooma, and we had a conversation about skooma, and basically told me where to get it. So then I went to, is it Breville where you get the skooma? Trying to think. There's a skooma dealer.
I know there's a skooma dealer just outside the walls of the capital city.
Yeah, no, I went to Breville.
Good grief, why are they going so far for the skooma? It's just outside the walls. Come on.
Yeah, no, I went all the way down there. That's the so if you talk to Phalian, he will tell you about this guy in Breville. So he basically is at the he's in town, and he's in an alleyway at between like 11 and 4 p.m. or something, 11 a.m., 4 p.m., something like that.
It's just better shit.
Yeah, he's got better stuff. Yeah. And once you give him the skooma, he's like, oh, I'll meet you at Lorkmir's house, and gives you a key to get in. So that's how I got in there. Apparently there is two ways though. If you speak to a trainer and her disposition's above 50, she'll tell you about Lorkmir's house.
Okay. Yeah, I maxed her out.
Yeah.
Well, as far as I could go, I think it was 89 or something.
You'll find the dead body in the basement, apparently.
Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, I did it the other way. Which way did you go, Ray? Just had skooma on you.
So, I told you that the high elves, would know of him. And so I ran around in the market district until I found the high elf and asked her. And she said, she sent me to the Tiber Septum Hotel. I went there and talked to the lady at the desk. And, she told me the sad tale of, him taking advantage of the nice lady with all the money.
Yeah.
And, told me that she had a room up there. And so, right after that, the two of them walk through the lobby of the hotel and up the stairs. And so I'm like, okay. So I follow them up, and then, the door's not locked. So I open the door, and they're both in bed. And so I'm thinking, okay, well, she's asleep. She won't see me. I'll just go stabby and be done with it. And it told me that I failed.
Oh God, yeah. Because they found his body, yeah.
And so I'm like, oh crap. Okay, well that's not the way then. So then I waited around in the lobby until he came back down, and then just started following him. And oh my gosh. This guy, he wanders all over the city.
He does, yeah.
And then so finally I follow him. He goes out to the waterfront.
Yep.
And goes into an abandoned house.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay, finally. So I go into the abandoned house. There's like 4 or 5 people in there.
Oh yeah, there's always people at the abandoned house. Yeah.
I'm like, well, crap.
Yeah, the abandoned house always has somebody in it. Yeah.
So then I wait around outside the abandoned house, and people start leaving. I'm like, okay, cool. I go in. Now there's still one person in there with him. So then he leaves. So I start following him again. He's wandering all over the city. And then finally goes into, the house. And so then I go up and I say, okay, crap, it's a very hard block. And, so I just start hitting it with auto try.
Oh,
and
man.
Fortunately on the fifth block pick, I got in.
Oh, really? Wow. That's impressive.
But then I thought, if I go through all this get in here and there's people in here, I'm going to be so pissed.
Oh God, that would be awful. Yeah.
But I walk in and he's wandering around. I put on the gray cowl so I can see if there's any other people in the place, and there isn't anybody else. He bumped into me like 3 times.
Oh yeah,
and never acknowledged that I was there.
He just paces back and forth while you're there. Yeah.
And so I finally pulled out the bow and shot him, and he dropped dead.
That's what I did. I shot him across the room, and then he like flew up in the air because I have the shock on there, and like hit the wall halfway up, and like came flying down.
So then I decided that since I like any good thief from the Thieves Guild, I needed to go ransack the place. So I went through it, and there is not crap. I mean, there might be a cabbage and some carrots or something, but
the chests were hard locks, right?
There's nothing. Nah, I don't. If there was, I just ignored them because I can open medium locks.
Okay. Yeah, there was 2 chests in there that were hard locks, so I used a scroll on one of them, and there was nothing in there. I'm like, I'm not wasting the other another scroll on this.
Yeah, it was kind of a wild one.
And for this one, you get Shadow Hunt, which is a bow that has some damage health, damage magicka on it. And also, if you've failed any of the previous quests, you will finally get the Sanctuary Well key if you happen to have failed any of the other ones previous to this.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we get back to Ochiva, we have Bad Medicine. This one I liked because you had to... it was much easier if you talk to people in the Sanctuary because you get the clue to enter through the abbey of the fort. So you have to go to Fort Such and find Roderick and replace his medicine with poisoned medicine, essentially, killing him. So he's like a bandit leader. Roderick's a bandit leader, I believe. And they're trying to bring him back from being ill. And this is a way to take him out. So you can, of course, go right in, just kill everyone and kill Roderick. Or try and sneak right through Fort Such and kill Roderick. Good luck. Or if you speak to, I forget who gives you, Tinava gives you this one. She'll let you know that you can enter through some flooded passageways through the abbey, the ruins of the abbey that used to be there. It's still, you have to wait for people to move into place properly to get through, but you can get through it pretty easily down there. The way out was a little clunky though, because I tried to go back out through the abbey, but there's somebody blocking the passageway, so I had to go out the main way, which I think the gate was open once you finish it for some reason. I don't know, but you come through the flooded passageways, and as you're about to enter the fort, you can, if like with the gray cow, you can see that one person doing that long walk back and forth. They wait till they go, and then you go up halfway, and there's a passageway with a bunch of gates, but you need a key to get through those. Then you continue down, and then you get to the bottom of that little secret passageway, and there's 2 bandits having an extremely long conversation that you have to sneak up on to trigger the conversation.
Right.
Is that the one about where they're wondering if the medicine is actually saving him or just keeping him from dying sooner, and he's just going to die anyways?
Yeah, basically that's the gist of it. Well, and I was apparently once you trigger that conversation, the person who was walking the tunnel back and forth stops at the far end. Because I was like, oh my God, is this person going to come back while these 2 dummies are talking? Like, how am I going to get out of here? But then if you look, you could actually see that bandit if you have the gray cow because of the 200 feet of life detection.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You can see the little glowing. That I was like, oh well, they're not moving. So I just sat there. But then those two finished a conversation and walk right past you.
Yeah.
I'm just like against the wall, like, they just walked right on by.
I'm a brick.
I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here.
The rest of the sneaking isn't too bad from that point on. It's pretty wide open and you can get around pretty easily. And again, like with the gray cow,
columns and stuff.
And the gray cow gives you so much advantage of being able to see far away that you can see where everybody's kind of moving at that point. So you find the cabinet, you replace the medicine with the poison medicine. I had trouble finding the poison medicine in my inventory because I thought it would be with the other poisons and stuff and potions, and it was not.
No, I did the same thing.
Yeah, where you're like, where did it go? Where is it? But once you do, then you got to get out. But then you go back, and one of those gates was opened when I went back. I guess somebody opens it, essentially. Maybe it triggers once you replace the medicine in the cabinet or something. That gate opens. Because then you can exit through the front of the fort, the main entrance of the fort, basically. Anybody run into any trouble here? This one went pretty smoothly for me.
Yeah, no, I was able to sneak through. And then I was worried that they were going to, have some kind of a surprise, when I went to the cabinet, because it's in a,
it's in a
brightly lit area, right, in the middle of everything.
Lots of torches.
Yeah. And so I was relieved when I didn't get caught being in there. But then I just snuck back out the way I came.
Yeah, for me, I got lost on the way back, so I ended up going a whole roundabout way to finally get out. Luckily, I had enough invisibility potions to keep popping them, so I didn't have to worry about running into people. That was my advantage. So,
yeah, I didn't have. I didn't really run into too many issues. The sneaking wise, the gray cow was super helpful there. But yeah, like that one area, I kept waiting for something to happen because of the brightness. But yeah, there was no like surprises in this one, like Francois's little quest.
And I had originally started off with Thin Gleam on because it sounded like I was going to have to be swimming underwater.
That's same,
and it doesn't go any more than knee deep.
No, yeah, it's not. I switched to it, and then I'm like, oh, I'm not going underwater. Okay, all right, it's not too bad then. Yeah, so that wasn't too bad. And then this one you get, let's see, what do you get for a Deceiver's Finery, a leveled outfit that fortifies speechcraft and personality. Apparently, this outfit is useful for the treasure hunt in the next quest, according to the UESP. So keep that in mind. That's pretty cool, though. I do like that the items you get are then useful going forward.
Yeah.
In the game itself. There was 2 side quests that popped up, of course. There's Darkness Eternal, where when you finish up with Vincente Valentieri, he offers you to become a vampire.
Yep.
So indeed.
You can do that quest if you like. Anybody become a vampire?
Nope,
not at this time.
Yeah, it's really a pain in Oblivion, I find.
It is. Because you can't really go out in the daytime.
Yeah, you really can't. It's really not a good idea. And then we had the Renegade Shadow Scale. So when you speak to Tiava, it tells you about Scartail, who is a renegade shadow scale, essentially. And down in Bogwater Camp, and you have to go down there and bring the heart of an Argonian to collect your reward. So I did not play this one yet. So what did you guys think of this one?
It was super simple.
Yeah, it's real straightforward. Just find him.
Yeah.
He does try to bribe you.
Oh, does he?
Does he?
Oh, I remember this. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm guessing you killed him before that he had that chance.
Yeah,
I dropped it with an arrow and never talked to him.
Yeah, I went up and talked to him, and he's like, "Oh, so," he's like, "You must be disappointed. You won't really get a fight from me." And he sits there and he's like, so who sent you? Was it Scriba? He's like, no, it was such and such. Because this has his whatever all over him and stuff like that. And he's like, basically, they already sent an assassin after me. He's dead over there. If you, I'll probably be dead by morning. If you want to just let me go, and you can have all my treasure that I have hidden around here, and you sit there until. So I told him, okay, yeah, I'll let you live. And he's like, okay, so it's over in the stump over there, and they're probably requiring a heart, so you could just take it from the Argonian guard over there. So went over to the stump. It was like 400 gold. I'm like, 400 gold? Not sorry. So I went ahead and killed him. And then I took his heart and went back and completed that quest.
There you go.
I got a bonus.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you still get this one. You get the bonus either way, I think. So
yeah, well, it's a non it's a non Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah.
So I think they just give you something. They just give you for killing him.
Yep. The boots of bloody bounding.
Yes.
Which are level dependent. Yep. Acrobatics and blade.
I got plus 400 gold.
Oh, there you go. There you go. We do have some good quests coming up. Do we want to do 3 next time? Because that'll get us up to the Black Hand quests. Because we have 2 Ochiva quests left and the 1 Lucian LeChance quest. Which will be, so we have Whodunit, Permanent Retirement, and the Purification. These are all pretty good quests from what I recall. Especially the Purification. Because then after that, we switch over to the Black Hand quests. Yeah. The Dark Brotherhood is pretty long.
The Lucian LeChance quest, do we get them directly or do we get a letter?
No, I think the Black Hand ones are the drop the letters.
Okay.
We may get a letter for the first one. I'm not sure, but
I can't remember. But
yeah, the Black Hand ones are definitely letters.
Yeah, because this is where the whole story kind of takes a turn, an interesting turn.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So there's a Whodunit, which is in Summer Mist Manor, which is kind of a Whodunit one, obviously. Permanent Retirement.
And the surprise is we done it.
Yeah. Eventually we do it, right? Yeah. I mean, that's what we're there for, right? So yeah. So these are good ones. I'm excited for these few here. But we did have an email, and I'll actually reply to this person. I haven't yet. Apologies. From Alex. Hi there. Big fan of the Roundtable podcast at Skyrim 2. Been listening for a while now. And I was just wondering if that project was still on these days. If so, I'd like to know how to get in and do attributes, race, etc., so I can play along and join the recordings. So traditional roundtabling, Andrew, of course, still runs over at the Fallout feed with, you guys are doing New Vegas now, of course.
Yep.
We do not do it in the traditional sense, obviously, anymore, because Andrew is far more organized and really good at that. So, because I'm re-releasing the original ones and stuff that disappeared from the feed. So the original main quest one just finished up. So that style is mostly done on Fallout feed now because Andrew is so good at it. He basically knows how to do it well. But for Skyrim, there might even be an Oblivion character generator, isn't there?
I think there was.
Yeah, if you go to asapodcasting.com/Skyrim, I believe, or if you just go to asapodcasting.com and click on the Skyrim Addict page, you'll see the random character generators on there. Essentially, you click on them, and there are sheets I think you just cycle it one time, and it'll give you a random.
Or you can refresh it as many times as you want to.
Pick a number and refresh it that many times, and it'll give you a random draw with a ton of different things, from attributes to spouse to followers, all that kind of stuff. So really, for any kind of playthrough, that's good.
Was on there at one point too, right?
What was on there?
The kids that you adopt.
Oh yeah, kids to adopt. Yeah, pets.
A house to buy.
Yep.
And
yeah, really, like as deep as you want to get, pretty much. It gives you a kind of a guide to start out there. So there should be an Oblivion one and a Skyrim one, and of course there's the Fallout ones if you go to the Fallout feed. So yeah, that's
and it's mostly just kind of like a little guide to kind of get you out of your comfort zone, and because you don't technically have to stick to it to the T, because sometimes it can get a little uncomfortable, especially if
you get a weird
zero
draw.
stamina and you're blocking.
yeah, that's happened. Yeah, we've all been there. Yeah,
that's a thing.
Yeah, there's been some weird draws throughout the history of it for sure.
Yeah, two-handed with a 1 in stamina.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but if like you want to get involved in recording and all that, I would say the best way to do that is like send a couple of voicemails and stuff. It's basically how it all starts in general.
Yeah, because our feedback on the Fallout feed is typically you'll just record something on your phone's voice recorder.
Yeah,
and then we can play it back on the on the show to let everybody hear.
Yep, that's kind of the best way to go about it.
Right. And there's no right way to record it. There's some people that have like basically a first person account, and there's people that just sit there and just say what they did, and other people read it as if it's a diary. So it's really just up to your own imagination how you want to present it.
Yeah, I think listening back to the original main quest one, I think Colin did like first-hand accounts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did that.
It was like a journal, basically. He was reading the journal of him, his character reading his own journal, essentially, voicing his own journal. Yeah, so I guess next time we'll do those few, and then whatever else we talk about. Maybe I'll play get back into a little bit of Skyrim in the meantime. But yeah, so Fallout feed, of course, the New Vegas Roundtable, No Man's Sky, still going strong, as you said, with was it Expeditions?
Yeah. So that's their, their newest type of content where you have milestones that you complete.
Nice.
And unlock different awards.
Awesome.
Then you can use those in all of your other characters.
And so that you can find at Butcher and Baker and Spade. Well, Butcher, Baker, and wasn't there somebody else at it?
Yeah, the Candlemaker.
God, how did I forget that? Jesus.
Yeah.
And there was a new Dames Who Game this week.
Yes.
Popped up.
Yes.
I love when that randomly just pops up out of nowhere on my feed. So check out Dames Who Game. All those, obviously, just go to asapodcasting.com. You can find all the shows are listed there, even the retired ones at the bottom. But the new ones are all there with the ways to get to them and find them and all that stuff. So
yeah,
I'm always excited when the Dames Who Games pops up.
Yeah, me too.
They give a whole different perspective, and I mean I know I've said this before, but they're just hardcore gamers compared to me.
Yeah, for sure. Like
they're just like, what about this game and this game? And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, I'm still playing the same game for the past 15 years. Like, I don't know. They definitely try a lot more.
I don't know when she sleeps.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah. No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes me feel a little better.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get into so many different things. I'm like, oh my God, I would love to try that. And then I'm like, oh, no, I have no time.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess until next time, take care, everyone. And we'll see you back in Cyrodiil.
Yep. Take care.
Bye-bye.